What's your name and why do you teach this class?
Hi, my name is Ms. Calderon, and one of the reasons why I teach this class is because I like teaching my students about the Mexican American history and the contribution of Mexican Americans throughout history.
What motivates you?
One thing that motivates me to teach the class is seeing my students understand the history and how history has been shaping current history and how it repeats itself.
What do you love most about this class?
I really enjoy seeing my students actively participating in the projects and dialogues, conversations, discussions that we have in class, and digesting the information that we learned.
What's your favorite unit?
All of them are, but I would say my favorite unit is Unit 1, where we teach about Mesoamerica, our indigenous people in Mexico, and also immigration in Unit 4 and Unit 5, which is about our Pachuco or Sud culture.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 7 years and teaching Mexican American history for 3 years.
What is your name?
Hi there, so my name is Evelyn Vazquez Ortiz.
What do you love most about this class?
What I loved most about this class was the cultural shock, obviously the topics, and pretty much learning where you come from. As a Chicana, it was really interesting and overall great.
What have you learned from it?
I've learned a lot. The most interesting topics I loved the most was Mesoamerican civilization, as well as the Zoot Suit riots and the United Farm Workers movement. I feel like there was very little taught in our history, and this really brought in more into what we should know about ourselves as Mexican Americans.
How do you think being in this class affects the way you think?
Being in this class affects the way that I think by just overall giving me a more view of my history. I felt like I knew a lot of where I came from already, but once we went more into perspective and went into depth about every single project, I felt like I learned something new every single time. And honestly, it would be really great for everyone as well to learn. And honestly, most of it should go into our history books because I feel like a lot of it was erased from our own.
Would you recommend this class to new students?
Yeah, I would recommend it to anyone, not only just Mexican Americans. It does really broaden a lot. I know we had a couple people in our class from different backgrounds that also came in and wanted to learn something new. I felt like everyone had many mixed feelings overall because we did have certain touchy topics that were kind of debatable about. But overall, they were all like just for educational purposes, and they were really great for everyone.
What's your name?
My name is Jose Alvarez Landon.
What do you love most about this class?
What I love most about the class is learning about the different cultures that are implemented into the Revolutionary War between Spanish and Mexicans during 1848.
What have you learned from it?
What I learned is that the Spanish took over the Mexicans, and a bunch of Mexicans lost their lives. This was because the U.S. was trying to cross the borders that were set by the Americans.
How do you think being in this class affects the way you think?
I really think that this class was really, like a journey. It really opened my eyes to the different meanings of the different cultures around the world and how we came to be.
Would you recommend this class?
I would most definitely recommend this class. The community in there is really amazing. The teacher is really nice. Overall, you will learn a lot about Mexican culture and how the U.S. became so big and large.
What's your name?
My name is Ivan Rodriguez.
What do you love most about Mexican American history?
What I loved most about Mexican American history was to see all the different experiencing the culture that goes into Mexican American history, its history.
What have you learned from it?
I learned so many different things about its culture and subcultures also, from the starting point to now.
How do you think being in that class affects the way you think?
The way it affected me and my thinking was that it opened my eyes to there's more deeper meaning to everything that I already learned. There's just a surface level, but this made it deeper.
Would you recommend this class to others?
Yes, I would recommend this class to others.